o'clock then. Now we're going to welcome to the programme Karen Mumford from the Guide Dogs for the Blind, and you're the local district team manager, I know. Welcome to the programme. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Right. And yes, so welcome to the programme, and I know we've spoken before. Tell us about your organisation first of all. Give us a little bit of a sort of background to it.
Well, Guide Dogs have been running now since for 80 years, and we celebrated our 80 years this year, back in October, which was a milestone to achieve. We rely a lot on our volunteers. We have 10,000 volunteers that we use on a daily basis to help us run the organisation. One of the key areas of volunteering is that we use volunteer puppy walkers, and that's almost the start of the guide dog journey. We have our breeding centre based in Leamington. It's a new breeding centre. We breed all our own puppies. We use a variety of dogs, from Labradoodles to German Shepherds, Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and from there they go to our volunteer puppy walkers, who have the task of that early stage of puppies right through for 12 months, and then they come in for their first part of their school, which is early training.
I bet that's a popular job, actually, because it sounds rather intriguing, puppy walking. I haven't heard of that before, but is it something I bet a lot of people like doing?
They do. It's really rewarding. Their aim is to get the puppy out to as many environments as possible. So they'll go into shops, they'll go on buses and trains, and they just expose the puppy to as much environment as possible to get them on their way to becoming a guide dog.
Run us through the further training then. I mean, what does it take? What does it take to get that dog ready? So
we have training schools throughout the country, and the early part of the training is where they start to learn. They use an obstacle course. They have their harness put on for the first time, and they just do that early obedience. So stopping at a curb, and we try to test them to see what levels of obedience they're able to achieve. Once they reach a set standard, they then move on to advanced training, and advanced training is where we have clients that are waiting for a dog, and we match them to the right person. People are of different sizes, dogs are of different sizes, different temperaments, so it's just trying to get that balance together and make a good fit.
Tell us about the people that need the guide dogs and how important it is to them.
It's really important for blind and visually impaired people. There's 180,000 blind and visually impaired people that just don't get out of their house, and one of our main aims is to try and support them. They have the ability, once they have a guide dog, to just go out and be independent, and can go anywhere. A guide dog will take them on a train, a tube, into London. They can take them to work.
Now, that's incredible to think how intelligent the dog is, really, isn't it? And now, we're saying that the guide dog actually doesn't need to have been there before to still guide the person along to the right place. Is that right?
Almost. We provide the dog with instructions, so they know left from right, they know straight on, they know forward, and we give the client the instructions to give to the dog. What we do in the early days is to train the dog on specific routes. So if it's going to work, the instructor will take them every day to their work, and the dog will get to know where they're going. Now, once the dog builds up confidence and they have a rapport with that client, then the client can take them to new areas where they've not been before, and they just know from instruction as to where they're going.
Right, and so the training of those dogs is obviously incredibly important. What do you need from people generally? Do you need any help, volunteers? Do you want to raise money?
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers. We rely on our 10,000 volunteers to exist. Our organisation, we're non-government funded organisation. It costs £50,000 per dog. For the lifetime of the dog. So it's important that we continue to raise funds. We rely on donations donations and legacies. 2 out of 3 dogs would not exist without legacies.
Right, so where can people find out more? What's the best thing people can do for you to help if they're listening and want to?
Okay, we have a fabulous website that's got everything on it. It's www.guidedogs.org.uk, and there's loads of information how people can get involved in fundraising. We've got go get together challenges. We have loads of things that people can get involved in the fundraising or just generally support us. All the volunteering roles are on there, and you can see how they can get involved with guide dogs.
All right, well, that's fab. Thanks very much for coming in to see us this morning. We'll be chatting again maybe in the new year then. We'll look forward to that.
Lovely.
Yeah, great.
Thank